Today we're diving into a story that's, well, it's pretty intense. It's a personal narrative from Arvu and Fatima. We've got it from a YouTube transcript, her own words, detailing this incredible journey of love, family, but also profound betrayal.
Yeah, it's really raw. This isn't just recounting events. It's a look at what happens when trust is completely shattered. The cost is just devastating.
Absolutely. And our mission here for this deep dive is to really pull apart the layers. What can we learn from Arun's experience about manipulation, about resilience, and maybe most importantly about, listening to that inner voice, that discernment?
Exactly. It's about finding those crucial life lessons hidden in this harrowing account. We want to understand how kindness can be twisted, how manipulators work.
Right. So we're taking you on this journey, Arun's journey. It's a powerful reminder, honestly, that you really need to look beyond appearances sometimes. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Arun Fatima's world.
Her story kicks off with something really significant. She lost her father quite young.
Yeah, and that kind of loss, it shapes everything that follows, doesn't it? It immediately put her and her mother in a more vulnerable position.
It did. But crucially, her father's brother and his wife, Mohsin's parents, they really stepped up.
Oh, right. They provided support.
Immense support, yeah.
Mm.
Both financial and emotional. Arun says they treated her and her mother just like their own family. It sounds like there was a really strong, genuine bond there initially.
That makes the later events even harder to comprehend.
Exactly. It establishes this foundation of trust, deep family ties.
And within this close family structure, there was also a childhood betrothal, right? Arun and her cousin, Mohsin.
Yes, that was part of it. A way to keep the family close, ensure everyone was looked after. Pretty common practice in some cultures.
And Mohsin himself. What was he like, according to Arun?
She describes him as, well, a good person, innocent even, and apparently deeply in love with her. Maybe a little intense about it sometimes, she noted.
Intense how?
Just very strong feelings, which, sounds like devotion, but maybe hints at a kind of vulnerability, like a deep emotional investment that maybe without enough critical thinking could be manipulated later.
Interesting point. Okay, so here's a twist. Arun's mother actually arranged for Mohsin to marry someone else first.
Yeah, that's right. The mother was worried about Mohsin's intense feelings for Arun and maybe potential gossip, bad talk, as Arun put it. She wanted to avoid any complications within the family.
And Arun herself felt marrying him then wasn't necessary.
Apparently so. It seems like a decision made with good intentions, trying to manage community pressures and family dynamics.
But maybe setting things up for later trouble.
Possibly. It adds a layer of complexity, maybe some unresolved feelings for Mohsin that someone could exploit down the line. It definitely shifted the emotional landscape.
And then tragedy struck.
Yes. Arun's mother became very ill.
Arun went to stay at Mohsin's house during this time.
And while she was there, Mohsin's first wife. Well, she was on her way to visit Arun's sick mother, and she was in a fatal accident.
Oh, that's terrible. Just awful.
Devastating for everyone. Arun got the news over the phone, completely heartbroken. Mohsin had to rush back from work for the burial. It's just layers of grief.
So much loss, so much vulnerability in that moment.
Exactly. And grief can lower your guard, right? It draws people together through shared trauma, which strengthens bonds, but can also make you susceptible.
So, after some time for mourning, Arun and Mohsin did get married.
They did. And by all accounts, it was a happy marriage. Deep love, real contentment, like a fresh start after all the sorrow.
They even had a son, Malik.
Yes, Malik. Described as beautiful, innocent, much like his father was described earlier. It establishes this picture of a happy, stable little family.
The calm before the storm, basically.
Precisely. They're at this peak of happiness, which just makes the arrival of the disruption even more jarring.
And the disruption came in the form of strangers.
Yeah, literally strangers at the door.
Yeah.
A woman and her daughter, who we later learn are Razi and her mother, they showed up asking for shelter.
Just like that. What was their story?
Oh, a very well-crafted one. They claimed they'd been evicted, couldn't pay rent, had absolutely no one else to turn to.
And they specifically targeted Mohsin.
Yes, they said they'd heard about his reputation, how kind and helpful he was. It was a calculated move, playing directly on his known character. Refusing them would make him feel like he was betraying himself.
And Mohsin, being the helpful person he was, let them stay.
He did. Despite Arun having immediate red flags, she said she knew instinctively they were up to no good.
Wow. That conflict right there. His
Right.
empathy versus her intuition.
It's critical, isn't it? Mohsin's operating purely on goodwill. Arun's gut feeling, though, that's that internal alarm system. It's sensing something's off, a mismatch between their story and their vibe.
And ignoring that intuition, well, we see the cost.
We certainly do, because once they were inside, things started to unravel fast.
Razi started working on Mohsen almost immediately.
Actively manipulating him, taking him out, charming him, feeding him stories, isolating him, essentially.
Building a separate reality for him.
Exactly. Classic manipulation tactics, love bombing, triangulation, making him feel special, understood, maybe implying Arun didn't appreciate him like Razi did, driving that wedge.
And Arun saw it happening.
Oh, she was acutely aware. She knew they were deliberately trying to destroy her marriage. Imagine watching that unfold in your own home.
Unbearable. Did anyone try to stop it?
Her mother did. Arun's mother tried to get them to leave the house, trying to protect her daughter.
But Razi and her mother had already gotten their hooks into Mohsen by then.
It seems so, because their response was pure treachery. Razi's mother called Mohsen when he was out.
And told him.
Lied, said Arun's mother was trying to throw them out, spread horrible rumors about Arun, just completely twisted the situation. Total character assassination.
She's just outright gaslighting, painting Arun and her mother as the villains.
Textbook. And the effect on Mohsen was catastrophic. He came home in a rage, completely different person.
How so?
He disrespected Arun's mother, verbally attacked Arun, even threatened her, saying, "You'll see what I do." Then he and Razi's mother took her phone, cut off her communication, isolated her completely.
That's terrifying.
Yep.
His reality was totally hijacked.
Completely. And faced with that betrayal, that threat, Arun made a decision.
What was that?
She resolved never to speak to him again.
Wow. A final stand almost.
A necessary one, probably.
Mhm.
For self-preservation, the man she knew wasn't there anymore. Disengaging was maybe the only safe option left.
It gets even darker from here, doesn't it?
It does. This is where things become truly desperate for Arun.
She feared for her safety.
Immensely. So she did something. She secretly gave her own personal mobile phone to Mohsen's mother. Like a hidden lifeline, a plea for help maybe.
Trusting her mother-in-law even then.
A desperate act. Then she left the house crying, telling Mohsen's mother she needs to come to her. Apparently, Mohsen's mother was weeping too. Maybe she knew how bad things were.
But Arun had to leave her son, Malik, behind.
That's the most heartbreaking part. Consumed with fear for him, but feeling she had no other choice for her own safety. An impossible position.
And her fear for Malik? It was justified.
Tragically, yes. While Mohsen was away at work, Razi, her mother, and unbelievably Mohsen's own mother, they tortured Malik for hours.
Wait, Mohsen's mother participated. How?
It's shocking. We don't know the exact dynamic, but it shows how deep the manipulation went. Coercion, fear, maybe being totally brainwashed by Razi and her mother, or even a twisted loyalty to her son's warped view. It's chilling. They neutralize anyone who might help the victim.
Like a bystander effect within the family itself. Horrifying.
And Mohsen comes home, finds Malik unwell, but he's still blind to the real cause.
Yeah, he takes me to a medical store, right? Still thinking it's just a sickness.
Yes. But there, a stranger, the store owner, sees the truth.
What did the owner say?
He looked at Malik, saw the marks, and told Mohsen directly, "This boy is being abused." Pointed out the physical evidence.
An objective outsider telling him the truth.
Mm-hmm.
A chance to wake up.
You'd think so. But Mohsen, he dismissed it.
No. Even with the evidence.
Still completely under Razi's influence, he actually believed Razi's mother's lie that Arun's mother had somehow come and hurt Malik.
How is that possible? To ignore marks on your own child?
It's the power of cognitive dissonance. He'd invested so much in believing Razi's narrative, his mind just couldn't accept the truth because it would shatter everything. He doubled down on the lie, blaming the original victim. It's tragic how manipulation can override basic protective instincts.
He was conditioned to see Arun as the enemy.
Deeply conditioned. So the final act of betrayal begins.
Razi and her family dropped the pretense.
Completely. They openly gloated to Mohsen, told him they'd already legally transferred the house to their names.
While he was oblivious.
Apparently so. And they told him they planned to take everything else he owned too. Just laid it all out. The mask was off. Pure malice.
A final power play, breaking him completely.
Exactly. And then, the ultimate tragedy. His health just collapsed after the abuse. He died on the way to the hospital. An innocent child. Gone.
It's just a unthinkable cruelty.
And Mohsen, he completely broke, overwhelmed by grief, the realization of his loss. In his anguish, he divorced Arun.
So he lost everything. His son, his wife, his property.
Mm-hmm.
all because he let these people in.
The absolute devastation caused by blind trust. It's a stark, terrible illustration.
How could he even process this?
Well, the final piece of the puzzle, the undeniable truth, came later.
Ow.
He overheard Razi and her mother talking, casually, about Malik's death.
What did they say?
Something truly sickening, along the lines of, "Thank God we finished this boy, now it's Mohsin's turn."
Oh my God. Planning to get rid of him too.
That's what it sounded like. And hearing that directly from them, that finally broke through the delusion, the undeniable, horrifying truth, their own words.
So he finally understood. The betrayal, the murder.
Finally. He confronted them, divorced Razi immediately. But, I mean, the damage, it was irreparable. He was left with nothing but regret and despair, utterly broken.
The psychological toll must have been immense.
Unimaginable. Guilt, loss, the realization of his own blindness.
But there's a sort of epilogue. He went back.
He did. Eventually, he went back to Aren and his mother, fell at their feet, begging for forgiveness.
A moment of true remorse, maybe. Starting to see clearly again.
It seems like it. Humility, acknowledging the catastrophe he enabled. It often takes removing the manipulators for the victim to start processing reality again.
And Arun, did she forgive him?
She did forgive him, which shows incredible strength. But she also made a very clear boundary.
What was that?
She decided to live her life independently. She'd resolved to live alone. Forgiveness didn't mean going back to how things were.
That makes sense. Trust was fundamentally broken.
Exactly. Forgiveness for her own peace, perhaps, but independence for her own safety and well-being. His mother also forgave him, took him back in. But Aren warned him, keep Razi and her mother far, far away.
Setting boundaries based on hard-learned lessons. That's powerful.
It really is. Forgiveness doesn't erase the need for consequences or caution. It's about moving forward with wisdom gained from trauma.
And the story ends. Well, not quietly.
No, there's one final chilling scene. Razi and her mother reappear at the door with a gun.
What? After everything?
Yes. Aren intervenes. The narrative stops there, but leaves us with that explicit moral. Before you do something, think about it. Never trust anyone blindly.
Wow. A reminder that the threat doesn't just vanish.
Not at all. Manipulative people can be persistent, dangerous. Vigilance remains crucial.
So Aron's story, it's just an incredible arc from that innocent family love through such darkness and loss to this place of, I guess, bittersweet understanding and independence.
It really stays with you. And this deep dive, for me, just hammers home the power of manipulation, how it preys on kindness, like Mohsin's helpful nature.
And the absolute necessity of discernment, of questioning things, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when someone seems vulnerable.
Right. Critical thinking. Listening to your gut. Aren's story is also about incredible resilience, a mother's love, but also the deep scars that remain. And that central lesson, blind trust, is dangerous.
Yeah. Her deep dive into her own life is such a potent warning about unchecked compassion, about needing to be vigilant in our relationships.
Absolutely. So as you reflect on this, maybe consider this. How do we balance compassion with self-protection? How do we stay open-hearted without being naive?
When is helping brave and when is trusting blindly just foolish?
It's that delicate balance, isn't it? Cultivating discernment without becoming cynical. Aren's story really forces you to grapple with that.